Yo, welcome to another episode of Ball Headed Logic Podcast. With your boy AT Black.
Boy, BT.
All right, man. This week we had the All-Star game. Thoughts?
I ain't like it.
I ain't like it either.
I mean, I get what they trying to do. They trying to make it more compelling, but they going in the opposite direction, man. You just gotta make these players want to play. Like I don't understand what else you can do to the game. Like this ain't it. This little tournament they tried to do. I don't know about that.
Because the thing about it is, even though that was kind of boring as well, but I was probably more excited to say, let me just check out this celebrity game, see who can hoop and who can't hoop. They had like an Olympic high jump out there. That motherfucker was banging, bro. That motherfucker was, I'm like, all right, cool, that nigga athletic as fuck, because I didn't know who he was. But they were like, oh, he was the silver medalist in the high jump this year. I'm like, oh, you could tell that nigga was just rising. But I'm like, all right, cool, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Multi-sport athlete. He Olympic Olympic silver medalist. But he out here can get on the court and the hops is going to transfer. So I was like, all right, boom. You know, you got Druski and them out there. They just trying to have some fun.
Can't play no ball.
Can't play no ball, B.
Can't play no ball, B. I'm like, where are you from, B?
This gonna be. Damn, I'm kind of old. I'm kind of old now, bro. Cause I don't know if my knees can take it. I'm like, shit, if I get into a celebrity game, but Gilly's still out there running wild, so
I'm gonna be doing a lot of cherry picking. I already know. I ain't going back and forth. Fuck that. Nigga, I'm either playing D or on offense. I'm picking the spot, bro. I'm not going both. Man, come on, bro.
But that tournament style,
nasty.
I didn't like it. If the cats don't want to play, I think it'll be you either because even now because the flag like in the NFL Pro Bowl, it's a flag football game now.
It's flag, yeah.
I actually think they did it better by trying to take the pass away because people see pass, they're gonna want to see y'all play. We take the pass away, you play a little flag football, we out here having fun, and dudes try a little harder trying to pull the flags and stuff like that for the most part. Cool, you got the skills challenges. I still didn't watch a lot of it, checked it when I could, but I think they kind of like, you know what, we're just gonna make it a fun weekend. We ain't gonna try to put no pressure on it.
Just a bunch
the
of
NBA,
games.
For y'all to do it,
maybe y'all should go half court, man. Play some 3-on-3, but go big three style or something like. Do something to make it competitive, make it fun. Like this shit is garbage. What y'all putting out?
I'm actually glad you said that, right? Because they just had that thing. I watched a few clips where they had the women in this new Unrivaled League they doing.
Yeah.
Where you know they can make some bread over here, don't have to go overseas and do all the bullshit. So I saw a couple of clips and showcasing some skills. I'm like, all right, cool, they playing some ball.
Yeah.
I don't think NBA dudes will sign up in great lengths to go one-on-one. Some will, some won't. Like KD, he probably down.
Nobody trying to get embarrassed one-on-one.
And that's the point. Kyrie, down. All of them said that because I saw somebody interviewing them 1-by-1 and they saying they down, but are y'all really? So that's why I'm glad you brought up 3-on-3. If you make the All-Star game, you could be like, cool, I'm an All-Star in 2026. Hey, bro, you want to team up? It's me, KD, and Kyrie, bro. Let's team up. And the winner of that 3-on-3 gets $1 million bonus and donate to a charity, however it is who's sponsoring it. That way, the 3-on-3 tournament type thing can, maybe add a little bit of juice to it because you're going to get some bread and you're going to just sit there. And if you're the MVP of your team, you get the MVP trophy. So you get all that stuff that can go through your max deals and stuff like that. But I think that'll make it more competitive because nobody want to do one-on-one and 4-court 5-on-5. They don't care.
They just refuse to do it. I don't know what year it happened where they just like, nah, we ain't doing this shit no more. They used to be balling in the All-Star game. They used to be competitive. Like I watched old school highlights. Kobe used to be out there giving them work.
Yeah.
So, Kobe, Jordan, everybody was out there doing their thing.
Because I knew this was. I know people are trying to say it was never competitive, but I remember like for like the first half, they used to kind of play around and throw oops and this and the third. But by the time the middle of the third into the fourth quarter, it was straight defense and playing ball.
Motherfuckers trying to win.
Because I remember this was my thing. I'm a Kobe fan. I remember one time it was in the All-Star game and people was giving Kobe flack for it if I remember it. But LeBron had, because they was on opposite teams, but LeBron had passed the ball up on like a last-minute shot and gave the ball up, and I think they missed. So the West won. Kobe looking at him like, bro, you shoot that. fuck that, you shoot that. And it was a whole thing. I was like,
That shit
hell yeah.
LeBron is. LeBron always passing up that last shot.
I said, Kobe, go ahead, school the young fella. But it was even competitive then, so.
It's a generational thing, bro. Everything just changed, bro. Nobody want to be competitive no more. Nobody trying to be embarrassed. It's gonna take one of these new young dudes that come in the league and just like, nah, fuck that. I'm starting something new. I'm finna come out there and embarrass y'all. I'm about to score 50 on y'all as 100 if I can.
And in the
So y'all
first
step up and
half,
stop it. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna be doing everything on y'all. Like
I'm not passing it, because if y'all ain't running up and down the court like me, like somebody who got that old school when he was young, like that Russell Westbrook energy, like he never get tired.
yeah.
He's stealing, he rebounded, he just doing everything. But that motherfucker got 50, 20, and 13 in the first half. And be like, hey.
He'll just have to go rogue, but everybody else just following suit, bro. Like once they see nobody want to play, then they not trying to play. Because everybody following each other.
Because the thing about it is, I don't mind it being like the first half if you just kind of throwing some oops, showing some different things. You say, let me get an ISO, or we let a big man get an ISO and just have some fun with it. Because they used to let Shaq
that dribbling, yeah.
Yeah, they used to let Shaq shoot a three. We are here for that type of fun. But at some point in that game, you got to start playing some ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do kind of like the idea of saying get to a cap number to a degree, because you got a goal and then you can see somebody like, oh shit, they had 33. Let's go ahead and start, tighten this shit up or whatever. But if they don't care.
It seemed like that 3-on-3 would be a better idea. If you want to do tournament style, like, man, we go 3-on-3, we go to 21, just like regular outside hooping, bro, where everybody came from.
But it just popped in my head because saw interviews where he complaining because the NBA won't work with him. That'll probably piss Cube off.
Oh, you
and
know
I'm gonna ride with Cube on that
one. Out. They ain't trying to let the big three in.
So it's.
But yeah, it ain't look good. Watching that shit made me feel old too. I'm like, man, I'm just an old nigga. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, just everything didn't change. They got Kevin Hart out there looking washed. I'm like, bro, he was annoying everybody. Like, Shea Gilgeous was down there told him to shut up, bro. He said, wrap it up, bro. Like, seriously, cut that shit out. We trying to play. You out here just talking. Like, bro, you out here drunk. Bro, get your drunk ass out of here, man.
No, that shit is hilarious, bro. I saw so many things like, I fuck with Kevin Hart, but man, hey, bro, get the fuck on somewhere, bro. Like,
you just talking too. They was showing you too much. You was just out here looking extra small. Like, bro, why they got you sandwiched in with all these big ass people, bro? Like, you look terrible out here, bro. Like somebody's son that won't shut up.
I saw because he had took a picture with some WNBA girls, bro. I'm talking about
they sunning them. Like, god damn.
I'm like, god damn. But you got the floors lighting up and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Nah, like, the floor was weird. Like, yeah, man.
Even the skills challenge, and you see CP3 and Wemby just trying to hack the system. I'm like,
CP trying to win, bro. He an old school nigga. He was trying to win.
But me myself
he was
personally,
the rules, but he was trying to win.
No, I'm glad they disqualified him, because it's like, even though it wasn't necessarily against the rules, but they did the instant thing that I like people to say is like, nah, fuck that, bro. You know what the spirit of the game is, disqualify, because that's what I would do. Yeah. I'm like, bro, just do it the way it's supposed to do it.
Nah, CP ain't having that.
But I'm sitting here looking like, but then again, it shows you, because Wemby young, and Wemby is one of the rising stars, if you want to say he's already a star, whatever it is you might feel about him. He still listens to that old school nigga and said, this how we gonna do it. He's
like, CP running things over there. CP ain't having that shit. He is not having that shit.
So the thing about it is, you got somebody in Victor Wembanyama's, that's my first time saying the nigga name out loud. I killed that shit too. I'm just saying. But for him to be at the stature that he is, he could say, nah, bro, I just want to do it the way it's supposed to do. He's like, nah, nigga, we're gonna do it this way so we can win. So you could tell if the older players start playing harder.
But they on their way out, bro. It's got to be a new dude, bro. Just like MJ came in changing shit. Like, it's got to be a dude like that. But these type of dudes don't exist no more.
But I also think that LeBron is going to be the last singular dominant star that we have in the NBA for a while.
I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm about ready for LeBron to get up out of there too, man. It's just like you want these old niggas just hanging on, bro. You still in the club, bro. Get your ass about the club.
Get your ass about the club, bro.
Old school player in the backcourt is still trying to get at it, man. Come on, man.
Let some of
Tell
these
out the
little young,
fucking club, man.
let some of these little young cats get some action, man. Get out the club.
Action, but you out there holding an all-star spot. You won't give it to nobody. You knew you wasn't gonna play.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, don't he still get the All-Star nomination?
He
It's
still would have got denied, but it's like he just did that just cause.
because that thing about it is like you hear like in the NFL in the Pro Bowl, if whether you in the Super Bowl or
Yeah, you gotta
you
give up
hurt,
that spot. Yeah.
you say, well, and they get the alternate. So not only do you get your Pro Bowl nod, your alternate gets their Pro Bowl nod, and he can go back to the organization and be like, hey, bro, I'm a Pro Bowler.
Real
No
shit.
matter what they say, they're like, no, you was an alternate. I was a Pro Bowler.
You
It
was.
says it right there on the LinkedIn, bro. Pro
There's a
Bowl.
couple dudes that's looking for their first nod that you could have gave it to them if you was just
Yeah.
step back, but you ain't step back. It's like, damn, bro, you kind of blocked somebody else from getting their first one in the game. Like,
I want
you
to
know?
finish up the things. I actually do have a thought about that, like on more of our logical side.
Yeah.
You done with the All-Star game, or I can just slide into this?
Shit, go ahead. Take it.
Shit. All right. When it comes to somebody like LeBron, legacy cemented and this and a third. If you want that extra nod and you knew you wasn't gonna play, you like I said, as I get older, I'm trusting my gut more and more. You knew you wasn't gonna play. You could have gave that spot for a young kid to get his first All-Star nod. Or a cat who got snubbed, but he might have been an All-Star before, whatever the case it may be.
Yeah.
Is your legacy, the way you look at your legacy, because for me, I'll be like, ain't nothing else. This one extra nod or whatever ain't gonna do nothing for me.
Ain't gonna do nothing.
I don't give a fuck. But some people are so caught up on stuff like it has to be cemented. Like say if we produce something, right? And they be like, well, we want to congratulate XYZ. If that person personally thanked me behind the scenes, but the article gave them props for making a great show, I don't give a fuck. They thanked me. And I can balance it up because every situation can be different. But my overall thing is, as long as I was thanked somewhere from the people that matter, the rest of it don't matter to me.
Like, your ego ain't that fragile, man.
Yeah.
Some people is.
So
I gotta have all the flowers.
That's what I'm saying. It's like at this point, no, when you on your come up, you take everything that's yours. Boom, boom, boom. I'm talking about if your shit's already cemented.
Yeah.
Does an extra flower, does an extra piece of recognition, does an extra thing do anything for you? And you see people who hog all the attention, hog all the accolades. They want to be in this position. Like the same way you see in any other types of leadership, bro. We need to get some of these old ass Congress people out of here. We need to get.
You gotta go. It's gotta be out with the old in with the new, bro. It moves on, bro. Everybody gotta move on. Like I said, even me, I feel old kind of watching that shit and seeing Kevin Hart. I'm like, bro, we got no young comedians. Like, let Druski them do that shit, man. Let Not do that shit. Like, we tired of the same old, brother. Move on, man. There's nothing wrong with it.
And that's the thing about it is because when you look at the things like Steve Harvey does Miss USA pageant, he does Oscars, Chris Rock does the Emmys and stuff like that. Y'all comedians go do that. When it comes to this, you're just trying to have some fun and act out. You do let Druski, you do let the Kyson Knots handle that. That's they role right now.
That's why y'all viewership is suffering. Like, the young people ain't watching the game no more. And it's already becoming an international game. Like, shit, the American stars getting moved out.
Yeah.
Pretty soon ain't gonna be nothing but international motherfuckers in the league.
That's who the best players.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is
we ain't
that
producing no talent like that locally no more.
I was still saying, because the thing about it is you look at the Olympics and you look at them FIBA championships, the world is getting better, but we still got the best teams, right?
We do. I mean, it depends on what sport we talking about. We talking about basketball?
We talking about basketball.
For now.
But that margin that margin for error is closing. Right?
Think about the top 5 players. It's getting real international, B.
Yeah.
Getting real international. You got Giannis, you got Jokic in that motherfucker. Doncic. Like, pronouncing them names pretty soon, bro. Like,
yeah.
And I kind of know why the NBA is doing that. Like, they ain't getting, like, basically the NBA kind of forced out, I don't want to say the hood kids, but they forced them out the game. But them dogs that's from around the way, they ain't getting a shot no more. It's all about AAU. It's all about pay to play. Like, you gotta have money to play basketball now.
Yeah. Cause thing about it, I was actually I used to talk to a shorty, and she was telling me about the nigga she used to talk to, and she was like, yeah, he was an AAU coach. I'm like, that was his job. She was like, yes.
It's all about bread, bro. They just
And
trying to get the bread.
And the thing about it is, like, even with that, bro, it was like he spent so much time on the phone, like, oh, that player want to leave. She said it was a whole bunch of that going on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, because I was curious. I was asking her questions, not because I want to get in your business. I'm like, so this man has monetized and made AU coaching his job.
And that's
And
what
I'm
fucked
like,
up the game. Once the
and I'm
money
like,
got involved on that level, it fucked up the game. Think about where Jokic from. He from
yeah,
a fucked up place. That's why he tough out there. He from a fucked
yeah,
up place. Giannis' upbringing was hard. That's why he out
yeah,
there a dog out there. And it used to be like Iverson, like the
yeah.
fucking like shit, the old school nigga. Jordan wasn't rich, Kobe, like LeBron, like
But the thing
it
about
didn't
it is,
change from the type of guys.
even if you came up in even if you came up privileged, since there was so many dogs in there, you had to always acquiesce to how the dogs got down. You couldn't come
Yeah.
in. So now that everybody know each other from the AAU circuit,
We
how
all
can you go?
friends.
Somebody who grew up in South Carolina knows somebody who grew up in California, and y'all friends because
It's
y'all
all
played
buddy
in
ball.
20 tournaments with each other over the years, from middle school to high school.
Then the super teams early, the shit that Gilbert Arenas was talking about.
Yeah,
Like all y'all niggas just play together. Y'all just becoming the role players when y'all make it to the league. Cause all y'all
yeah,
used to be in the role. Y'all never had
yeah,
to be a star. Like he got his son in the public school, like he gotta be the star of his team. Ain't nobody
yeah.
that good, it's just him. Shit when what's his name? When Zion was playing with all them little ass kids. He's at the ball. At the ball
Yeah,
out there. He's out there dunking on the motherfuckers left
look
and
at all the
right.
little niggas, bro.
Yeah, too.
And
That's why he a
that,
beast when he healthy. He be
yeah,
killing their ass, but
no, it ain't the fact that he can't play ball. It's the fact that you got to get a little bit more discipline, and get that weight under control. You know
John
what I'm saying?
Morant, how he came up was different.
Yeah.
The D rolls, like
Oh
them guys
yeah.
is far and few in between now. Like a lot of it's just it's daddy ball, bro. It's just privilege. So you somebody's son, you got your parents got money.
Cause I always love that clip of D Rose when they came out for that one All-Star thing and everybody doing
I
this. He
ain't
like,
doing this cornball shit, bro. Y'all niggas is corny as fuck. Not having it.
I'm,
Came here to play ball, man. I ain't come here to dance, bro.
and
He
think
looked
about it,
up
ain't
at
no,
the White Howard doing some goofy shit. LeBron up in there dancing. Like, man, what the fuck did I walk into? It's like, get me out of here.
but the thing about it is, I'm not saying you can't have fun, because I like to have fun.
Now,
But the
fun
thing
is
about it
fun,
is,
but
at a certain point, you right. It ain't no, because the thing about it is, if you go
it's
to
a
your school,
mentality thing, though, man.
yeah,
The Jordan mentality don't exist no more. The Kobe mentality, the Russell Westbrook, like these new dudes, they ain't like that.
yeah,
Not the
it's
dudes
really,
from America, them foreign dudes coming over here like that.
yeah, because now it's like, is my game nice? Is it smooth? Can I get off my shot? Instead of I'm gonna play ball, but I'm here to win.
Shit, these motherfuckers
Like,
ain't trying to drop 50.
you know what
Shit,
I'm
Luka
saying?
out here trying to drop 50 on y'all ass, and y'all sitting there allowing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit didn't change.
But thing about it is, it's like, but yeah, he could have gave up that spot. Like his whole thing. You're gonna get your flowers, bro. You still LeBron. You don't have to. Just showing up would have been enough for you.
Yeah.
I want to be in a situation where, like I'm LeBron, like me just showing up, not doing anything. I get a look, an article, and probably some business opportunity just by being me. Like,
Like being you.
so what do you got to step in? I don't know. Like you
Man,
did the press conference, you in the picture, everybody in their jersey, you in street clothes.
he can't lead the club, bro. That's the only analogy I can make with LeBron at this point. Like you got it all, bro. You gonna make money the rest of your life by being LeBron James. You can't leave it, bro. You just can't
Yeah.
walk away. You like Money Mitch. Will people still love BB? Will the
Well,
game still love me?
the game still love me, bro.
And the answer is no, bro.
The answer is no.
Bro. Even Mike, bro, when it's over, bro. Like they gonna talk about you every now and then, but
Yeah,
you gotta move on.
you
That's
have
just
to.
life.
Because the thing about it is, like for my Saints, bro, I'm finna move into a whole new era. I'm talking about, like,
Y'all got Kellen Moore.
it's finna change completely from what I've been enjoying for like the last 20 years. And like obviously it started with Drew Brees' return, but even like the Cam Jordans and everybody else and Tyrann Mathieu and all them leaving, it's just gonna be a whole crop of just new niggas.
He
I
coming
gotta
in
fall in love
saying
with my
some
team all over
cornball
again.
shit, bro.
You say what?
He come in talking corny ass shit.
From Kellen Moore?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch none of his press conferences.
Nah, he
I
talking
ain't,
about He trying to spark up the rivalry, talking about, yeah, we should be some easy wins versus Atlanta. Like, all right, Killer boy. Like, who the fuck are you supposed to be, bro? Like, nigga, you was just the offensive coordinator of the Eagles, and we beat y'all. We was one of y'all few losses. It was because of you. Matter of fact, like, but okay.
That shit's hilarious because they think that rivalry has nothing to do with the coaches trying to stoke it up. One, they know the cities are that close. And if you ain't from here, you kind of look at it and be like, this energy crazy.
It's black folks, but that shit ain't got nothing to do with you, Kelly. I should have hired Aaron Glenn, but y'all fucked up.
No,
But
he didn't. He wanted the Jets job. He didn't even want to come back down to us.
because he was a former player for the Jets.
Yeah, he played for us as well too, but I think the Jets drafted him.
Yeah,
and our shit all kind of fucked up. He's like, nah, I'd rather go up here.
I ain't mad at him.
Like Kellen Moore was like our last option, bro. Like,
we gonna see.
But they try to spark up the rivalry. Like that shit still sparked up.
Atlanta don't need you, motherfucker.
Atlanta, it don't matter who the coaches is.
We just need the teams to be good. When both the teams is good, it's crunk up.
Yeah,
don't need no help.
That stadium gonna be filled up, both. And then once you feel that energy, once they be like, God damn, this motherfucker packed out. Then y'all go do y'all thing. We took care of our business. Y'all go do y'all goddamn thing. Kellen Moore, shut up. See, he already getting on my nerves.
Y'all still got to fix the quarterback situation, bro. You can't be popping your shit. You ain't got no legs to stand on right now.
Yeah.
So like,
get rid of, I don't know what we're gonna do, brother. But it's supposed to be the hike for the salary cap supposed to be decent. Get up to like maybe close to 280. So it's gonna be like, so our cap situation is still gonna be bad, but it ain't gonna be as bad. You know what I'm saying?
So you're gonna have a lot of people off the books. Like y'all ain't got no big stars y'all paying. Like once Cam Jordan leave.
No, we do. Because they prorated all those things to give them small numbers up front. Then it's like big payments on the end. So everybody got these bullshit things that's gonna come. It's like even after they retire, it's like we're gonna still owe money on them. But we've been doing that bullshit for years, bro. And it made sense when we had Drew Brees trying to go all in. As soon as Drew Brees retired, we should have shut all that shit down. We would have just now be coming out of our probably coming out of a rebuild now if we would have shut all that shit down and maybe be sorry enough to get number one pick and get like Arch Manning next year. And that shit would, Manning to Manning.
That'll be a good move for y'all.
But, niggas don't know how to GM, bro. Need to call your boy up. Now I get that shit right. Get that shit right in 2 years.
Hey, yo, I don't know if I know we mentioned Druski earlier. I don't know if you came across his show on YouTube.
I watched it. I don't watch a lot. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of reality TV.
Nah, bro, I'm fucking with it because it bring me back to a time, bro. The Flavor of Love was my shit. I'm like, I know he didn't, man. Like he was smart with this. This was a genius move.
Because I watched the interview on the Breakfast Club. I'm like, okay, that's what you're doing. He said it's a mix of Flavor of Love back in the day. This, that, and the third, because he said everybody doing the 20v1s, everybody doing the different shit they might throw on Netflix. I know Netflix got a big reality TV dating type thing they be doing. I don't watch none of that shit, but they got it. He's like, no, this is gonna take you back old school. So I'm like, all right, cool. And they got studs on there.
Bruh, them studs killing me. Bro, you got like 5 of them. Like, bro, you got hella studs. A couple of them cute.
Yeah.
You got a lot of studs on there, man.
I saw motherfuckers that bitch got the T Grizzly bill.
Bruh. He got some regular women, bro. He got really like average looking women. Like he got a bunch of Instagram models and shit. Like he got some regular decklers on here.
Yeah.
Like, nah, he doing his thing with that.
And that's how Flavor Flav shit was. It was a bunch of regular decklers. There was some pretty girls on there.
Yeah, a couple pieces every now and then, but for the most part, yeah.
Cause like Delicious still fine.
Yeah.
Who's that girl who won season 1?
Hoops,
yeah.
But if he keep it in that same mode and have him doing the same type of shit, he got it, bro.
Yeah.
He got a monster on his hands. I'm like, dang, he put it on YouTube I'm like, no network picked this up. Like, that's crazy.
But you see, he doing ass right in the middle of that shit, bro.
Smart. Get all the bread, bro. I can't be mad at him. This is a whole generation of people don't know nothing about this. They think this probably a whole new concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna kill it with this one.
So, but yeah, I was watching that shit, bro, because I was like, man, let me give my nigga a view.
That shit was fire, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie to tell you, that shit was fire.
I was looking at when does next episode come out?
Nah, I'm waiting for it too. I'm like, yeah, he got one. He got a monster on his hands.
Oh, and another reason why I'm watching because Dr. Umar gonna be on it.
Umar.
I
Yeah,
had to
Umar,
pull up.
classic TV, bro. He
I gotta
classic.
see what he got going on, man.
He said he got into it with the snow off rip. Said Umar don't change.
He said, I get people who say he because we bring Dr. Umar up for fun or this, that, and the third,
Yeah.
and people like he's a scam artist, and I'm like,
Man, Umar entertainer, bro. He
I'm sitting
pure
there saying,
entertainer.
when he has an interview, he talking about what black people need to do. For some reason, when I listen to him, I don't disagree. The
Nah, he
school
definitely
and
got
some
some
other
good
shit.
points.
The school and some other shit could be one other thing, but good advice is good advice, in my opinion. I don't stray from good advice or a good sound reason at the very thing. That'll go against our ethos. This bald-headed logic. We on that logic shit. The school over there, what he's saying over here, and he funny as hell over here, and I like all of it. But I do hope the school
Umar,
get
man.
up and running.
Nah, he said I seen him. He said he got some updates. He said it's coming soon.
Yeah.
He showed some little pictures of it, a little video inside the school.
I told people I seen it too, but they said show it to me. Like I ain't got Instagram. It was like some random shit that popped up on my feeds. I do
Yeah,
look up Dr. Umar shit all the time.
yeah.
But I'm like, I don't have no Instagram to show you. Just show that he was in the school walking around.
So
You know
hey,
what I'm
man,
saying?
coming soon.
Uh,
Shout out to Umar, man.
shit, man, you was telling me before we got on, man. They said LaVar got his foot amputated.
Yeah, they had to cut off his foot, man. He had some medical issues. It had to be
But
serious. They had to amputate his foot. They
yeah,
had to probably save his life, bro. He had to cut his foot off. Hope he shake back and make it through that, man. It's a rough
I do too,
situation.
bro, because
I don't want that
that's
for
my
nobody.
guy. Trying to see if they said what the medical condition was.
Nah, what you call articles I read was vague. He ain't specified
Yeah,
medical. So I wouldn't release that shit to them people anyway. You could put two and two together. It might be some diabetes or something,
uh,
but
that's what I
shit,
was gonna say.
when they got cut off a limb, cut off your foot, you already know what time it is. But
Yeah,
hopefully it saved his life, bro. If you had
yeah.
to do that, hopefully he's straight.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LaVar Ball. Shout out to the Ball brothers. G3 was at the All-Star game, gave a performance. You know what I'm saying?
On this
Shout
thing.
out to
That was part of the
G3.
highlight of that shit, for real.
So I'm saying it's just like shout out to LaVar. Get well soon, my guy.
Shit.
Uh
You seen
what we
that
got?
plane crash, man?
Oh yeah.
That's
When they talked
crazy.
about the other day, go ahead.
I said it's crazy.
So I
Motherfucker
saw
flipped
the video
upside
where
down.
where it actually flipped, and that shit was crazy. And the thing about it is, it's like I'm the type of person. I know you travel a lot, and I go back and forth. I go to Georgia a lot, but every now and again I might shoot over to Baltimore and see some of my peoples and stuff like that. Does it make you nervous to fly?
Nah.
Cause
Flying still safer than driving a car. I drive a car every day.
yeah,
I seen a wreck every day out here, bro. I seen a wreck yesterday, the day before. It's a bad wreck every fucking day. And flying is still safer. The dangerous part about flying is that takeoff and landing. And that's when the
yeah,
accident happened on the landing. But for the most part, man, shit, life dangerous.
yeah,
Can't run from it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Still gotta hop on that plane when you gotta go.
yeah. It's the same way I thought. Cause I'm like, cause even though it's still not a lot. But it's like when you start hearing about certain stuff in a short amount of time, it's like you had the helicopter
Helicopter.
thing, which was,
That was
but
crazy.
you got this. And I think it was another plane crash like a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe like 4 or 5 just airline incidences, and you be like,
Yeah, it was a small plane crash in Georgia I just heard
yeah.
about. I don't
So
fuck
you
with no
said
small planes either. I'll never get on a small plane.
them motherfuckers, they
Fuck
scared
that.
me more than getting on like the regular.
I don't never want to fly private. I don't want to get on nothing small. Put me on that big thing.
Would I fly private?
I'm straight, bro. I'd rather be on a big plane. I go first class. Like I ain't that stuff. That ain't appealing to me. It look nice. I don't like a little plane. I don't like it.
Because I've been on little planes before, and like I know I bring it up when I was in when I was in the military.
I mean,
when
yeah.
I was deployed, I used to have to go I had to go between two bases. I had to go between Bagram and Kandahar. And if I wasn't on like like the big cargo planes, it was just like a little small plane.
Mhm.
And they doing calculations before, like how much equipment you got. They got to weigh that shit out. And granted, they do that for the big planes as well. But those small planes, you have like they were doing that threshold thing where they was like, well, how about we take you and can you leave one of your bags here? That's how much. So you
That's
right.
cutting it close, bro. That shit have freaked me out. Like, goddamn, a bag of bring us down? Man, hell no, bro. Put me on a big one. Bro, fuck that, man.
But shit, I ain't had no choice, brother. I had to take
No,
my
I
ass
mean,
back.
you in the military, you had to, but just for me, since I got options, bro, I'd rather be on the big one.
But
I got some bread,
right.
I go first class, I get a lay flat or something, get a nice big ass plane, but
I'm
not trying to be on no private jet or nothing small.
Because I don't, because even the aspect of it, right? Because like when I thought about myself flying private, I was looking more to think about is I'm not paying for it. I just want to go on the plane one time.
Oh,
because even the money aspect, I don't want to. What you paying
like
10?
steel pass, man. If somebody try to offer it to me, you want to fly private? I'm like, I'm straight, bro. Just put me on the big plane, bro. I just fly first class. I'll meet y'all there, bro.
I'll meet y'all there.
18 but I can take that shit. I'm taking a regular plane, bro.
No, because the thing about it is, it's a thought. I don't have a big desire to, but it's like if the opportunity presented itself, I don't think I would say no. But also, I'm with you. You know, because even now, I'd be like, would I pay this extra $150, $200 to get this first class ticket? Right now, the answer is still no. You know what I'm saying? But
it depends how far I'm going with that.
Yeah.
If I'm riding on that plane for a minute, I would.
Yeah.
I didn't jump first class every now and then when I'm riding long distances. But
no, but because I remember one time, I caught one of them Chicago to Atlanta ones for about $87. I was like, oh hell yeah, that's easy. Yeah. But that's only really like an hour and 45-minute flight. Like the whole experience only like a little over 2 hours.
You don't get the whole experience. You need to look 6 or more, man. You get the whole experience. You get the meal. Get drunk on that bitch. Get them drinks coming.
Get them drinks coming.
I be on some real ball shit. Hey, run me another one.
Run me another one.
They ask you every few minutes, like, hell yeah, run me another one. Run me them snacks. Grab a handful of them snacks. Give me all.
Baby motherfucker, because I always get that front row, like that 7A row. That motherfucker that close that goddamn curtain on you. Like, shit, man.
Bunch of broke niggas back there.
There's broke niggas back there. We up here balling.
That first class fuck you up, bro. It changes you.
Oh, it does, bro.
It changes a person.
I remember one time I got a lay flat from England to America. Oh boy, that shit.
That's how you do it. If you going that far, hell yeah, bro. Pay that extra money.
I was lucky enough to upgrade, bro. They overbooked the flight like heavily.
Oh man.
And nobody booked the first class tickets. So they just kind of did when you went up there to see if you were gonna get on this flight. Once they filled up the flight, they just started giving people first class, and I was one of them. I'm like, hell yeah.
Dope.
I was like,
even better.
So I was like, hell yeah, boom. I was like you said, I was eating. This, that, and the third, running. I said, so you might as well go and bring me like 3 brews. That way I ain't got to keep calling. I'm just gonna watch this movie because that's a long flight. So I really was taking naps, getting back up, brew me, having a good time.
I ain't passing on nothing.
But yeah, I'm not nervous to fly. It's just that.
What you think about the aspect is going from America to Canada though? I really want to know what Trump said. He ain't say nothing about. I ain't heard him speak on it yet.
Nah.
I'm really interested. What are you gonna say? Like, I know he got something to say about it.
Like, but the thing about it is,
they can't even land a goddamn plane, right?
Yeah.
Weak ass tarmac.
But it was American. I guess you can talk about Canada's weather. I don't know how you can flip this. Maybe he ain't got no bars.
He came from America, but it landed on their soil. Like y'all fucked it up on y'all end, man. Y'all fucked up our good plane on y'all end.
But they, Trumpito on his big one, bro. Like folks getting on my goddamn nerves with.
What you think about him in that Elon Musk interview? Like, cause a lot of people saying Elon kind of like disrespected the White House and how he in there, how he was dressed, and he got his son in there acting a fool and shit. They trying to say he was trying to show power over Trump, like he running things.
And this is the thing, right? I first and foremost, I only saw clips of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw him like the way he was talking and this, that, and the third. I'm like, that's just Elon, right? Mm-hmm. And for the most part, everybody, when I've seen people do this thing where they talk about power plays and like the guy who sits last is the one who's in power. The guy who does X, Y, and Z. I'm sitting here looking like, And some of that stuff could be true. There are power plays. There's a way you do certain things, the way you shake somebody's hand, especially when you're on this level of politics and stuff like that. I get it. Because the reason we didn't like Biden, because he showed no power. That motherfucker was frail as hell. And, hey, bro, you need to step in the room and command presence. But I would say this. Trump is still in power because Trump can just be like, boom, all that shit done with you. Take that Doge shit under me now. Or I'm gonna take the rest of it over. You take you and your little team, take your ass back to Tesla and build some cars, nigga. If you want to get him out the country, you out. So just because he stood up and talked for a little while, all right, cool. Let the nigga get his shit off. At least that's the way I would feel. Get your shit off, my guy.
Everybody with these think pieces he was in there classically underdressed. And it's like that's the billionaire play to come in there underdressed while everybody else got on dress clothes. You come in there with a t-shirt and shit.
Yeah.
It's like he was trying to show like the billionaire power move over Trump. I'm like, man, I guess, man, I ain't read that much into it.
But that's the thing about it is you read into these things if these things matter to people, right? Like when Dame Dash, this was years ago, when he went on Breakfast Club and he was talking some, if you ain't a boss, I don't know what you're trying to be. And everybody got up in arms. And I'm like, this, that, and the third. And he was like, I own everything. I'm trying to this, that, and the third. I'm never going to work for nobody, da, da, da. If you ain't your own boss, you are nothing. That was kind of his rhetoric. I mean, remember that 10 years ago?
That shit ain't aged well.
And that's when all that entrepreneurial shit, LLCs and all that shit rose. And everybody told me something. I'm starting LLC. Okay, fine. What I took out that is, you told everybody who worked for you they ain't shit. That's what my mind went. You said everybody who ain't work for you because they ain't their own boss, they ain't shit. And granted, a few years later, he came back and cleaned it up. Yeah. But when the way I look at people react to stuff, I'm like, all right. I don't look at him trying to son Trump. I looked at Elon. I'm like, yeah, bro, just don't talk around me, bro. Just go do the Doge shit. Find where they leaking money and shit. Because I'm like, nigga, you whack as hell.
Just do your job, man.
Do your job, man. But I did see, I saw an article today saying possibly by 2026, if they reach a certain number, they just going to, throw some of that shit back, serve some of them stacks back to the American people, like a little stimulus check, and it ain't going to increase inflation. It's going to, because it's saved money. It's money that's already in circulation, and it's just going to increase money into the economy. So if they hit a certain threshold with saving bread, so they supposed to be getting out like 5 bands stimulus checks next year. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be cool.
And it don't seem like they put
some more money in our checks, man. That's what I care about, man. Get out of our pockets. Let us keep some of our bread.
And that's the thing about it is, it's like, people, doing the DEI stuff and him firing federal workers and stuff like that. Like, I feel bad for anybody losing their job. This, that, and the third. But in a particular situation, because you look at a particular thing, right? I remember at particular times, anybody who's been in any type of government thing, military, whatever, I remember we used to get funded for our unit, right? And we'll buy all the equipment and stuff that we need. But say if we still got $20,000, $30,000 left, they'll be like, y'all go ahead and spend that. Find something that we need because we don't want our funding to slip next year. So if that's one unit that I know of that happened around, I mean, I know it happened a lot in all my units, really. Imagine what's going on across the government where people are not trying to get their funding decreased because you ain't using up all your bread. So the thing about it is, I'm not necessarily upset about Doge finding where we wasteful at. But then again, if I know he's made mistakes firing people who shouldn't be fired.
Yeah.
But I think
Vivek people deserve to be popped off, though.
You say what?
Said some of them people deserve to be popped off.
Yes. And I look at it like this, because Vivek Ramaswamy said this years ago during his presidential run. He said, because he was talking about, like, even before this Doge thing came along, he was talking about, like, we really need to refine getting some of this where we wasting money at. He said, yeah, you might, scan the, you might be, skinny, but you might hit muscle. And yeah, you might took a little bit too off, but you got to heal that and say, okay, dude, now we know where we fucked up. Boom. Yeah. We overcorrected. Now we can go back to balance and say, this is where we should be. And the thing about it is, I'm looking at people, I'm like, I look at a lot of people, and a lot of these are like staunch Democrats. I'm like, y'all just want the symbolism of hoping everything is all right. Y'all love having a wool over y'all eyes, and
Shit
that's the
ain't
only thing I can
alright.
get from it.
Nah, fuck that. We need to know when shit ain't good, shit ain't good.
Yeah,
And so we can make it better. How can you make something better if you don't recognize we got a problem?
I'm talking about from everything. They were like, so what about DEI? He's talking about some removing all the Black History programs. I'm like, why would I want this white school to teach my kids Black history? They ain't gonna teach them the right one anyway. Get rid of it. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hell, I didn't learn real Black history until I got to college, and I started reading books and stuff on my own. I was mid-20s.
Yeah. I can understand Black history is American history, but
Correct.
they always want to separate us. Like, you got to tell the story how it is. Tell the real, man. Don't try to sugarcoat nothing. Tell the real. That
And
be the
that's
problem. You trying to make certain sides look better than what it was. Nah, bro, y'all was wrong. Some of that shit was terrible.
tell
Tell her how it is.
what you did to Black folks, we did to Native Americans. Don't try to do the, and you can make it age appropriate. I don't say you got to
Yeah.
tell the whole story to kindergartners. Yeah, give them Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and have them make little dioramas.
Got a little 6-year-old. Like, yeah, who's here? Just out here killing motherfuckers.
You know, they used to
Came
call
over
you
here.
little. They used to call you.
It wasn't Thanksgiving. We came here murdering them niggas. And we sent them to a fucking plantation. Where we sent them to a reservation. We fucked them over. Like, come on, man.
They still fucked up to this day, little nigga. You know that?
This day.
This day.
Black people wrong. Like, for real, bro. Like, this shit wasn't sweet out here.
Nigga got kindergartners over that bitch crying.
Like, oh my God, I never knew. I thought Thanksgiving was good.
Nah.
Man.
But the thing about it is because, like, I love America. Because, like I said, I've been overseas. I've lived other places. I don't want to live nowhere else. Unless it's like, I'm not going over there to work and kind of really be on that shit. Like, I kind of want to live on an island somewhere and have my bread so big that I got my own shit going on.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm staying in the good old US of A. I do agree with that, like critical race theory and stuff like that. And I can care less about white people's feelings when it comes to that and this, that, and the third. Like, tell the story as it is.
We would never heal. That's why this shit still exists. These racism, this problem we have in this country gonna always exist because we won't tell the truth.
Yeah.
Tell it how it is so we can finally heal. Just like over there in Germany, they had to tell them people the truth. Like, they had to get over that shit.
Yeah.
Like, Holocaust was wrong. We was fucked up. We gotta try to amend for this shit.
And
they ain't sugarcoated.
And we ain't playing no more of that shit. Ain't no more swastikas over here. Ain't no that Hitler shit. Motherfuckers got to sneak in and be into that shit. Yeah. They say, no, we cutting all that shit out. And the thing about it, so I'm going to switch it over to DEI stuff. I'm sitting here looking like, the DEI stuff never really helped people as much as they think it did. Because what we always say, I was well qualified for the job. So I'm not a DEI hire. You have that. 2, I can understand the aspect of saying giving people opportunities who otherwise would have been overlooked. Perfectly fine. I'm cool with that. But the aspect of it is this. If they removed our DEI programs, colleges, schools, federal workers and stuff like that. If you go to your school and you look at your SAT scores, you look at your grades, you look at your other things, and you apply to, you say 5 schools, and you rank them in order the way you want to, and you don't get in none of them. As people collect data, because this is one thing I've been thinking about. As Black folks, let's start collecting our own data. If we say we got well-qualified engineers, we got well-qualified firefighters, we got well-qualified EMTs, whatever it is that we do, that we got well-qualified people in, we can log into a site and say, I am an X person, I got this skill, this skill, this skill, this skill, boom, whatever. And you kind of notice that Google went all white. Facebook, Meta went all white. Any other tech company went all white, or whatever the case may be. And if everything starts going to, damn, the only people they're hiring is white folks, you can come right back around and say, see, we let y'all have it, do whatever, and this is what y'all did with it. And you really, and there's going to be a reemergence of like, you can't look us in our face and tell us we bullshit now. You can't say that was back in the 50s and before. This shit is 2028, and look what y'all did in 4 years with no DEI initiatives. Like let people hang themselves. Either it's going to work out or it's not.
Or change the hiring process. Why motherfuckers got to identify what race they is when they apply for these jobs?
Well, previously it's so they could track. You did what I'm saying? so they can track, so they can have those labor statistic data for whatever. It's just to show you like who's doing what, because that's how they can find out if they need more male teachers or more black male teachers,
But is
or
that
whatever the case
helping?
may
You
be.
could track it after the fact.
Oh,
After you
okay.
already hired a person, then you can track what your company, what you got in your company. And
Yeah.
you send the stats that way. But not before they even get the job where you can see what kind of person you got before you even hire them. Like, oh, there's some black people, there's some whites. Or I need a couple more black people. Let me get some more black people. Like, nah. Let it be even for real.
And that's the thing about it is, it's like if a company wants to be diverse and they just hire the best people that come, I feel like it'll work itself out. Like our company, we just had a celebration last week of Chinese New Year. Like they ain't cutting none of that shit out.
Yeah.
You got a Chinese organization or in like Asian organizations. You got organizations for veterans. You got organizations for black folks. You got organizations for LGBT. All these little small organizations where you can go find somebody who's in your community amongst being with the whole company, but you can go find somebody in your community and be like, hey, we got similar interests. And they put on little events every now and again. It's a few events going on in February for Black History Month. There's gonna be some events for Women's Month. It's events for Spanish Heritage Month. And they were like, no, we ain't cutting none of that shit because we like everybody works here.
Yeah.
So like when you look at the Target and stuff, who just said we're gonna cancel all that shit. Is some fact of the matter is y'all didn't want to put it in the stores in the first place, but y'all thought that it would be a good marketing move. This and the third, because every year, like Target would have this. It's gonna be a big controversy when they're putting out like bathing suits that specifically. I mean, one year was like bathing suits for like little trans boys or something like that. And people looking like, why are you doing this? Like, so they knew they was on the chopping block anyway, but they were just too afraid to say.
That shit is insanity, man.
So
I don't
know.
know. That shit is insanity.
But y'all stop sending me all that bullshit, bro. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm saying I'm trying to see America be great again. I am saying that though. You know what I'm saying?
Glad we
We've been
back on two genders, man.
We've been on some bullshit, and we was heading on some bullshit in a while. I read an article today. What you think about this? Like Gen Z girls who are probably like in their early 20s. They can be in like their early 20s. They're like, they already saying we was lied to about this girl boss shit. They're like, this shit is whack.
I see women all online of all ages freaking out like, bro, I just can't handle this shit. This shit is driving me the fuck crazy. Now, I see what men was going through all these years. Like, bro, this shit ain't sweet. This shit is not sweet, but men and women, we wired different, bro. Like a man will sacrifice his happiness to take care of his family. But a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness. Like, we're different. That's just where it go. Like, we'll do these hard jobs. Like, man, as long as I get to go home to my family and they taken care of, I'll do this fucked up ass job. It is what it is. I'm gonna suck that shit up. But women are wired different. When y'all gotta do some fucked up shit and y'all not finna support no family, you're not supporting no family.
Yeah.
A woman refuses to support a man. Like, hell no, I ain't finna go be the breadwinner for the, like, she gonna refuse. It's an unnatural thing.
And when I was looking at it, they were saying like they was lied to, and they was like they got into the rat race and they go in here and they got their corporate jobs and this and the third, and be like, all right, cool, I'm here now. What am I supposed to do? Oh, you don't get here and instantly start balling. You got to compete to even get to the levels that they promised you. Yeah, that entry level corporate job. Yeah, you might have came out of college and got $70,000, but as a single young person, that's good bread. That's good bread. But for you to get to 150, 200, that's another 10 years away. Depending on what your job is, but
then it's like, what's your motivation once you get there?
Yeah.
A man motivation. Once a man get the money, the man trying to get a family.
Yeah.
When a woman get the money, she goes away from the family. She don't want no family no more. And we ain't gonna learn the effects of all this shit until years from now. Then when it really recorrect itself, like this whole generation is kind of fucked up.
But I told you, like, it was in our first couple of episodes, and this was like right after the presidential race really started going up for those last few. Remember I said this shit's finna switch over about 2028. This whole red pill shit, and And women hate men, all that shit's gonna be done within like 3, 4, 5 years.
I don't know if it's gonna happen that fast, but it's gonna happen.
No, it's gonna happen. Well, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be completely changed because
We
there's
might
always
not see in our generation, but it's gonna be studies done on how we was living in our generation. We're like, nah, that shit
yeah.
wrong. Like it's gonna have to flip itself. It has to.
Because there's a lot of good things our generation did being millennials. One of the things that we did wrong was family creation and
Our population going down.
yeah, we did horrible at that. Like we didn't build families, we didn't stick together.
And the baby
And
mama, baby daddy generation.
yeah.
And then that shit ain't help nobody.
Yeah. You got shorties who went out here and say they living their best life and this, that, and the third. But now that, especially in my age range, you in your 40s. I'm not saying these women ain't happy. I'm not saying they ain't having no good time. But you can see it ain't really worth it the way you want to.
Shit is great when you young, man. When you young, shit is great. But the older you get, you gonna realize, like, man, damn.
Yeah.
I kind of fucked up. But it's too late at that point because you can't. Time is the only luxury, bro. We can't get this time back.
You can't get it
Make
back.
all this fucking money, but you can't get this time back. Can't be young again. You can't. Certain things you can do in your youth. And you pass it up to pursue this money, and you ain't gonna realize until you older.
And the thing about it is the things that make you happy. I've never seen somebody on their deathbed when you see somebody giving their final last words, or my uncle, my grandpa said this. Especially this is from a man's point of view. It was like, or even we ain't gotta do deathbed. We can just that dude about 60. Like, hey, give me some hey OG, give me some words of advice. Hey man, I know y'all little niggas got the hoes and y'all got multiple bitches, man. Find you that one lady, stick with, and this and the third. I've never seen an OG tell you go out there and get more bitches when you ask for real advice.
Ah.
Find you a lady, man. Lock her in with her and this and third. That's the only advice. I'm talking about OG. Like a man who's been through it.
They push family on you, like, man, you should have your family, bro. You're gonna be more fulfilled with a wife and some kids. You're gonna feel better about it. It ain't gonna be sweet all the time, but it's gonna be better than you just getting all this money and just living like whatever.
Yeah. Because
can't buy everything.
At the very least, they'll just tell you, hey, make sure she the right one, though. You know, nephew, make sure she the right one. But
for sure.
But it'll be like, I don't see nobody advising you to get more women. They're like, if your bread's straight, I'm like, oh, you sound like you got your shit together, nephew. Man, find you a lady, man. Go and get out these streets and stop playing around.
Exactly.
But our generation,
we're young, there's a lot of bad advice given. They give bad advice to men. We need to be players. We need to do this and do that. And the women, be independent. Keep your independence. Get your money. But in the end, we both gonna be losing.
And that's the thing about it is what people don't realize is that a lot of times when it comes to this debate about us being together, I boil it down to a logical thing. The amount of good men to meet good women ain't enough. We out here dealing with these fuckhoes and they out here dealing with these fuck niggas. But when you see two good people get together, that shit seems to go flawlessly to me. Not saying there ain't no issues like you say, but things go well.
It's just like we want the wrong things.
Yeah.
Women want this dude with the money. They want the money. It's all about the money. Like, okay. And some of these women get with the rich man and still don't be happy. Like, I thought you wanted the money. You found this rich man. How you not happy? I don't understand.
But then, you look at, and then the thing about it is you got the 50-50 thing, all that shit's crazy. Because I remember, it was this one Missy Elliott song. The lyric was like, can I live with you? Do you need some help? Like, that's how they was talking in the 90s. Like, a shorty be like, shit, you need some help over there? Like, me, you could get...
bro.
You know what I'm saying? You watch Martin, it was about any woman who couldn't get a man. It was always that woman who couldn't get a man. Because it was important for you to get yourself a man.
Martin had a 1-bedroom, bro. People was over there with Martin had the 1 room, bro.
Living good.
Judge you on some shit like that. Like, you supposed to have it all together. You supposed to have a big house at this age. You supposed to have this type of bread. And, like, damn, like, I get it.
I get it, too.
You. But at the same time, like, it shouldn't all be about that. Especially if you find somebody solid. If they heart right, y'all in your heart right. Fuck it. Everything. You could always get some money. Your situation can always change.
You can always get some money.
That character don't change. A fucked up person, no matter how much money you got.
And that's what I'm looking at, bro. I don't care how fine you is. I don't care how fat your ass is. I don't care how good you can do with all the stuff you need to be doing. If your character off shorted, it is a wrap for me.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Like I'm at the age where I definitely can sacrifice some looks for character. Like she got to be a
Oh,
good person. I don't
good
give a fuck
person.
how fine she is. These fine people be fucked up. Prettiest people do the ugliest things because they allowed to though.
These fine
No,
people be fucked up.
it's not always the case, but
It ain't always the
the
case. Yeah.
society we live in, that's what how it goes though. The
Yeah.
society tell you if you a bad bitch, you fine, you could leverage your fineness for some money, and you could be a terrible person. And
Yeah.
people will deal with you because you fine, and people do deal with them.
Yep.
So you get rewarded at a certain age, but it all stops at a certain age too.
Yeah.
One day you gonna fall off that cliff. You gonna be an old hoe out here. I'm gonna be an old nigga out here. Like it's just gonna be like that.
But what it's gonna boil down to is that like the niggas who still chasing after you, letting you act like that is gonna be niggas who just too thirsty to have any backbone. Any dude with a backbone ain't putting up with that bullshit.
Nah, you could just dip. You wanna leave, just leave. I ain't gonna let you run me over.
Yo,
Just because
hell
you
no.
fine. Like you said, it's them dudes who will deal with that fucking up for everybody.
Yeah.
Because they expect it now. Like this what type of behavior I expect from you. This is what I've been getting from every dude I know. So how the hell you gonna try to stand up for yourself? She gonna be looking at you like you crazy. Like, nah.
I guess the thing like a shorty is, you know, you be like, hey, so what you got going on? I was thinking about taking you out this weekend. And she be like, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm talking about it could be something as simple as like one chick like, I got a number. I met her out, got a number, and I called her next day. And I'm talking to her, said we was gonna link up. And she asked me, do you have $10 in your Cash App? I'm like,
damn, already?
I said, are you asking me if I have $10? She was like, yes. I'm like, yes, I have $10. I'm a grown man with income. I have $10. I understand it can be hard out here for a lot of people, but I have $10. She was like, oh, do you think you can send me $10? I was like, nah.
The fact that you don't got $10 is disturbing. But dudes will put up with that. Like we put up a lot of shit that's big. Like niggas will put up with that shit. Like
I was like, nah, shawty.
10?
And because I am the way I am, I was like, you wanna give me some pussy? She was like, what? Like, why would you ask that? You asking me for money? I'm like, nah, I said, shawty, I ain't that guy. And then we hung up. I ain't even go see shawty block. But the thing about it is, I'm like,
society, bro.
I'm sitting here looking like, even though it was only $10 and she could have been testing me, will he just give me $10? Because she asked for nothing outrageous. It wasn't nothing even outrageous. What you test? Boom.
Why? That's why it's so hard to explain to people like, man, society is wrong. Society lets you down and it is wrong. It's easy to look at me like I'm wrong. I'm a single person going against the grain of everybody, but it's wrong. If you really take a step back and look at what's going on, this shit is wrong. It's like we're in the fucking Matrix. Like, you gotta take a step back and look at this shit. This shit is crazy. But
so we need to get our character up. We need to come together and we need to make some things happen, man.
Seem like motherfuckers don't care about character no more. That's a scary place to be in. Cause there's so many terrible people, quote unquote, winning in this world.
Yeah.
As far as money, but they're terrible people.
Yeah.
So they get the mask of being terrible because they got some money. And you got people that'll be like, well, they got a bag though, and justify the shit like, so y'all was just to do anything. No. People just do anything. They're like, I know we won't talk about Diddy, but it seems like it always follow Diddy. Like people would do anything, bro.
Yeah.
So it's hard to judge somebody like this. Like he's a terrible person, but it's so many people that will do anything for this money.
And that's really what it is, because we have a lot of enablers, and we have a lot of people who, we got terrible people, but you also have terrible people. You have people who enable people. They might not be bad themselves, but they don't want to lose position that you can't stand on any type of business. And a lot of that comes with how you was raised, growth, and this and the third. Like I said, you talk about it all the time. Like I'm not finna afflict my morals for a few dollars. Fuck that.
Not finna do it.
I have things I stand on. And that's just going to be what it is. It's like the way I raise my kids, there's going to be certain things that, my daughter just turned 15.
My principles.
You can't do what these other 15-year-old girls are doing. I don't know what they're doing, but you can't do it.
Trying to be grown.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna get to do some of the stuff as you get old. Actually, once you get grown, I still will rather you not do a lot of stuff, but you're gonna be grown. Just take my advice.
Got plenty of time. You ain't gotta be in no rush out here.
Yeah, but you got people out here just doing. I saw a video the other day where they put weave in like a new like a 2-year-old's head, like crazy. I'm sitting here looking like,
But the dad
and I'm talking about the hat on like it was like a kid outfit, but it was grown woman attire, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
And I'm sitting here looking like,
It's a generation, bro. We in that baby mama, baby daddy generation. It's usually a father ain't gonna stand for the hey.
hey, get
I
that
ain't
shit
having
off
it.
her.
Get that out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
Till it correct itself, man. That's what we dealing with.
Yeah, but I will say for millennials, because like the fact that read that article, they were saying like these young girls in their 20s, like, oh, they recognize it early, like, oh yeah, this lifelong working and grinding shit, nah.
Take years off your life.
But then again, and the article also mentioned that the Gen Z, the young dudes, is saying they was raised with women are just as equal as men. So these little niggas don't know nothing about no chivalry, open up doors, walking on the outside of the street, making sure they pay for the first date and all kind of shit. They like everything is 50-50. That's how they was raised.
Hell yeah.
So they looking like, so if I get up and give you my seat, I'm being an asshole to you.
Y'all about to be standing up.
So
shit.
But these young girls kind of realized it was like, oh yeah, these little niggas don't treat me like my daddy did, because they was raised to treat them as equals. They don't do all the extra nice stuff that I see older men doing for women. So now these 22-year-olds is dating niggas your age.
Shit crazy.
Some of them might even go up to my age. Right, come up here to this 40, because they want to see a nigga treat them as such.
Yeah.
But they thing is the little niggas don't know how to navigate chivalry and stuff like that. This is a wild time that we in.
Nobody gave him no guidance, bro.
Well, they got guidance. It's just that it's the guidance that they go against our very nature.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Society going. You probably raised in a single parent household. This is what's happening.
So
that's what's happening.
I don't know. Let's get it together. You know what I'm saying?
Some bald-headed logic for you.
All right. We out.